Good morning to everyone out there. If it's in the morning when you watch the show, or good day or evening, depending on the time you decide to watch the game. Preferably, you better watch it in the morning because as we are doing the show, we'll be also touching on the games that are coming up this afternoon. And then you know that we give you sports every Saturday morning and every Tuesday morning. And then we try by all means to get the news for you. And then the sad part, we don't have in Twente, this morning. I'm sure he's tired. He was down in Devon. And then, so we hope he came back well. And then tonight, this morning, it's myself, the Saubrey boys, Walefatse, together with lastborn, Tshepang Kgole. Lastborn, how are you doing? And welcome to the show.
Good morning, Mr. Chabalala, and to our viewers out there. And it's a very sad day that we don't have Mr. Jackie with today. But we hope that he's safe wherever he is, and I'm sure that he is safe and he's doing well. We're looking forward for him to join us next week, Tuesday, during our show. And yeah, we can't wait to have him again.
Now, the good news for now going forward, there is a whole lot of debate going on our WhatsApp platform. You find in Trentlet throwing the stones to Fraser coming back. And then I have a whole lot of people commenting, like in that Walter, also together in that Piane and so on. Now, the announcement is this. We are going to have a platform. These guys, I'll give them the number, and then it will be a group. They can share all those things so that everybody can hear whoever says what. So if you are interested to be part of that group, to share your or express your views or your feeling about your team, you're more than welcome. And then just indicate, and then we'll invite you and make sure that you're part of the group. And then last but not also include you in that group, and then so that we hear comments from various people. Last one, here we are, Saturday morning, and then we saw exciting football the past week, especially the Champions League. We want to talk about that. And then the most important topic that we need to talk about, you can decide which one do you think will be more interesting. Having seen what Mamelodi Sundowns did to Orlando Pirates, and having seen the performance of Mamelodi Sundowns over the past few years, are we correct to say Mamelodi Sundowns, they've proved to be the king of South African football? You can say whatever that you want. Are we correct to say that, or we are wrong? That's one thing that you can comment on. Another thing that we need to discuss, the performance of Orlando Pirates when they were playing Mamelodi Sundowns. Does that wrap up Orlando Pirates this season? Does that explain Orlando Pirates this season? So let me hear your comments on those issues. Last one, did you hear that? So those are
yes.
The other thing that I want us to discuss, in addition to the two, who's going to win the Champions League, the Europa Champions League? Who's going to win it? It's getting hotter and hotter. We see big boys like Bayern Munich, they've been knocked out. And guess what? They've lost, the coach has lost the job. Can you imagine? The coach has lost the job. And it's tight, football. To be a football coach is very, very tough. Last one, give us the results.
Okay. Mr. Shabalala, starting off locally, our DSTV Premiership games this week were a game of Morocco Swallows versus Black Leopards. And then that game was 1-0 win. Swallows finally won the match in 9 games. They've drawn the past 9 games, so it is a bit challenging for them, but they've bounced back. So they've won that game. And then we were Chippa United versus Mamelodi Sundowns. That game was a 2-1, courtesy of Mamelodi Sundowns won that game by 2-1. And then we had Baroka versus Kaiser Chiefs. Chiefs was leading that game, but they ended up drawing the game. Baroka scored a late equalizer. So the game ended up at a 1-1 draw. And then also we had the Nedbank Cup that played this week, Mamelodi Sundowns versus Orlando Pirates on Thursday. A very mouth-watering game. Mamelodi Sundowns is just, it's just out of this world at the moment. I think all of their players are all 5-star players. No one put a foot wrong in that game. Mamelodi Sundowns won that game by 4-1. So Orlando Pirates got a thrashing within that game. So Hari Maparania, and sorry again to you, Mr. Fraser. You probably bounce back next time. So fixtures coming up this following weekend locally. So Mamelodi Sundowns will be playing against Chakuma Chabandela on Sunday. It's a Nedbank Cup semi-final. And then Pretoria Callis is playing against Chippa United. And I've heard the captain of Pretoria Callis saying that they will just walk over Chippa United on Saturday in the semi-final game. So that will be something very interesting to see, actually. That's confidence right there. So yes, those are our local results and fixtures coming up this coming weekend. So yes, thank you very much, Mr. Shabalala.
Well, I saw something, I don't know how true is this, that Kaiser Chiefs are looking to hire the former, Bafana assistant coach, Sarah Meletswaka, to head the technical staff of Kaiser Chiefs. And then while we are still there, I don't know, Kaiser Chiefs, what do you think? Do you think they need new players overhaul? They need to overhaul the entire squad because, this game I thought they had wrapped it up. And then I don't know what happened. Last minute, there was an equalizer. And Baroka, has been now a hoodoo team for Kaiser Chiefs. They even the first game, if I'm not mistaken, the same thing happened. Chiefs were leading, and they score in the last minute. So what's your take, last one?
Personally, Mr. Shabalala, yes, Kaiser Chiefs definitely needs new, fresh players. They haven't refreshed their squad in the past two years, so it's good to bring in new players. And since we've got a new coach, each coach has their own philosophy that they play with, and they've got their own players that they think that certain players will fit in within the philosophy, but they shouldn't. I think there's one thing that I think the players and the coach shouldn't forget, that a club on its own has its own philosophy, has its own style of play. Mamelodi Sundowns has a culture, has a style of play. Orlando Pirates too. We all know that Orlando Pirates. Personally, I feel Orlando Pirates plays the best football in South Africa. I think that's so a lot of people can account to that. Their style of play is very nice. It's just that they just become unfortunate in terms of results in the past couple of years, we could say. But they still maintain the same culture, the style of play that they play in. So yes, it's good. It'll be good seeing Kaiser Chiefs getting new players. We just hope that they can adapt and Kaiser Chiefs can start, rebuilding. I think they're in that rebuilding phase, but they could start kicking in and getting results now, and start being the Kaiser Chiefs that we know since back then. So it'll be good seeing quite a number of new, fresh players, and I feel the old players that have been with the team, certain players, it's about time that they just can bid farewell to the club, and then let's just allow fresh young blood coming into the squad again.
You know, during the time of the assistant coach, Arthur 10111 Zwane, you know, Arthur was unstoppable on the right flank. And up to this point in time, Chiefs have never managed to have such a player who's going to marshal that the right flank without no problem. If you remember, during the time of Arthur Zwane, Jabu Kule, they were very deadly, very deadly. They were forced to be reckoned with. But we'll see what's going to happen. And then, you know, in the past, you know, teams would just, you know, fizzle out by seeing a yellow jersey. That's all. When they see a yellow jersey, they were defeated even before the game would start. But now, Chiefs is not a threat anymore. In fact, teams are now motivated to beat it, you know. So it's a little bit sad. Give us the fixture for the coming weekend, starting with this afternoon.
Okay, this afternoon, as I did say, it's the Nedbank Cup semi-finals that's playing. We've got Chippa United, as I did say, Chippa United is playing against Pretoria Kgole. So it's a Nedbank Cup game this coming afternoon. Yes, Pretoria Kgole is playing against Chippa United. And then on Sunday, we've got Mamelodi Sundowns versus Chabanzila. It's another semi-final game. So yeah, it's I feel like, you know, TTM coming up to that game, it's mind over matter.
Let's start with Chippa United and Pretoria Kgole. Do you think that looking at the problems that is docking Chippa United, Pretoria Kgole can capitalize on that and surprise everybody by knocking Chippa United out of the semi-final or out of the cup?
Yes, they have the momentum. As I did say, you know, one of the captains did say that they can't wait to play against Chippa United, and the captain did say that it's just gonna be a walkover game for them. So they're just going to get there, get the game over and done with, and just knock out Chippa United. So they had so much confidence. So it seems like they know what they're going to do. They know what plan they have and how they're going to execute it. I think it's a matter of taking advantage, as Chippa United is vulnerable at this moment. So when a team is confident like that, you know, that really says a lot. But it would be good seeing Chippa United go all the way, at least, you know, being in the final, because they automatically qualify for the CAF Confederations Cup next season. So being in that situation that they're in right now, it'll be a good morale booster even for the club, you know, that, you know, despite them going through a lot, but at least they managed to get results, they managed to get something, you know, bring something back within the club and give the chairman something already, you know, to look forward to during the next season rather than just playing in the league. So that'll be good for them also.
You know, to Chippa Mpenges's credit, you know, Chippa United, you correct me if I'm wrong, I may be wrong. They have never been dogged by, you know, discouraging news like players were not paid, players complaining about the payment. So we need to really salute Chippa Mpengesu on that one. So as far as that department is concerned, they look solid, they look stable. But probably his interference, it's an issue that is a problem. But it reminds me of the late Dr. Mlemela, you know, and the late, you know, Bramaik Mukwena. You know, they wouldn't take no for something, you know. Even the coach was there, they would definitely want the guy out and bring the player that they believe will change the game. So yeah, I don't know. Am I right that we haven't heard news like they haven't paid players?
No, that's very good. Honestly, that's very good. You know, with them just tossing coaches in and out, you know, back and forth, but without the players complaining that they haven't gotten paid or payments are being missed or anything, that's a really good thing. You know, the team, yes, is going through a lot, but it's a good thing that he keeps the players happy. That's one thing that I think he gets right, that his players never complain about their salaries. We've never heard that players haven't gotten paid. There's players that are just on strike, boycotting games. No, so that's something I think he got right, and he's getting right at the club. So that's a very good thing.
Now, the so-called, I don't know, am I correct? The king of South African football, Mamelodi Sundowns. What's your take?
Mr. Chaba, Mamelodi Sundowns are ruling South African football at the moment. If it was up to me, if I was the national team coach, any South African player that's within that starting 11 deservedly supposed to be in that national team, honestly. If whoever watched that game against Orlando Pirates, those players never put a foot wrong. Each and every player, even the substitutions, the subs that went in the second half, they all delivered. That team, it's a sign of, like they are one. When they saying that a team is united, that's Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns is a fully oiled machine. It's a fully oiled team. Even the players that are coming in within the club, they automatically feel at home, and it seems like they're adapting to the culture and to the style of play that the team already has in place. So that team, honestly, there isn't anything negative to say about it right now, but all things positives. And also to the technical team, we should give credit to the technical team. We all thought that, having 3 coaches on the bench will be a problem, but all of those coaches are actually delivering. Each and every one of them has a role and a task that they play within the team. And it seems like they're getting it right. No one is confused, and the players are not confused. So for them getting such results with 3 coaches on the bench, we all thought that players will be confused, they would get it wrong, but it seems like they're getting it right and it's working out for them. So congrats to the technical team also, not just with the coaches, but the whole technical team as a whole at Mamelodi Sundowns, and the president for believing in the team as a whole. When you invest in such quality, this is what you get as an investment return. So congratulations to them and to the team as a whole. They're really doing a good job, and they're really doing something good there. Like, there's something good that they're doing there, and they should just hold on to it and never stop.
Let us not forget that Dr. Patrice Motsepe said, as much as he has 3 coaches, the buck stops with Mangobanit. So probably that was a good decision, because at the end of the day, somebody must take the responsibility. You can't have 3 people making decisions. So maybe they can discuss a decision, but one guy needs to take the follow or must make a final decision. Chakuma, we need to congratulate them. Ever since they've been bought, we haven't heard stories that players are not paid. Have you seen that translating into what is happening in the field of play since you watched them? Are they showing sign of being happy and being ready to be counted?
Yes, they're getting results. So they're getting results, which is a good thing. They've changed compared to we could say the first couple of games of the new season, but they've managed to change all of those losses, some of those losses into wins. But you could see that the team morale is actually good right now. For them to even being in the semifinals of the Nedbank Cup, it's a really good thing. It's a really good sign. And yeah, it's a team that's getting there. We haven't had any complaints. So it seems like under new management, they're happy right now.
I see the assistant coach in Pomaleka has dared that they're not just going to watch Sundowns walk over them. They're going to fight. They're going to take the war to Sundowns, and they want a win and nothing else but the win, which is a very good spirit. And then let's hope they will be motivated. And then, having said that, Mushishi is on fire. He's on fire. I don't know whether Mushishi is going to be the player of the year again this season. Is doing extremely well. So we'll see what's going to happen. Let's move on. Now, give us the results of the Champions League in Europe.
Oh, okay. So during the course of the week with the Champions League, it was a very big game. It was a very, very big one. Second, very big second legs for all of these teams. But it was just unfortunate that Real Madrid, Liverpool, were knocked out of this year's Champions League. So they drew the game against Real Madrid. It was a 0-0 draw, but Real Madrid managed to go through a 3-1 aggregate score. So Liverpool is out of the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals, and Real Madrid is through to the semifinals. And then Manchester City, it was also a tough one. I really thought personally that Borussia Dortmund was gonna come back, within the tie, and they scored first. But Man City, also one of the biggest teams at the moment, a fully oiled machine. They have so much momentum. They managed to win the game by 2-1. So they are through to the semifinals. Also, Manchester City will be playing against Paris Saint-Germain, PSG. So PSG also managed to win the tie, but they lost against Bayern Munich in the second leg by 1-0. But remember that PSG had initially won the first leg. So PSG will be playing against Manchester City. And then Chelsea played against Porto. Porto won that game by 1-0. Porto scored a very spectacular goal. I think that's goal of the season so far. They managed to score, and the strikers scored one of the best overhead kicks that I've seen in a while. But it wasn't enough. They needed another goal to go through. So Chelsea won that game. They won the game by an aggregate score. So Chelsea will be playing against Real Madrid in the semifinals of the UEFA Champions League, and then PSG is playing against Manchester City in the semifinals. So yeah, those are mouth-watering games that we look forward to seeing as they come.
All right. Before I ask a question, who's going to win the Europa Champions League? Let's go back to our topic. Will it be correct to say Mamelodi Sundowns are the kings of South African football?
They are, Mr. Shabalala. They are. Currently, they are. I think this is something that we can't even debate about. Yeah. I don't see them losing. I think they might just break a record and just win this league without losing a match, to be honest. It's possible. At the rate that they're going in, it's very possible. Like, we don't see them losing at this stage. So you can't say that they're going to lose at some point. They're not showing any signs of that. Even the wins are clean. Some games, they are scrappy wins, but the team that they're playing against isn't capitalizing on that. So if you're not capitalizing on a team that's scrappy, but the scrappy team ends up winning, what does that tell you about that certain team? So they're not showing any signs of losing a game. So I think, yes, they are ruling South African football, is a fact, and they are going to win the league, it's a fact. I personally think also they can win the league without losing a game.
Okay. Now, having seen the way Orlando Pirates play, do you think that wraps up the Pirates season this season, or that wraps up Orlando Pirates as a team? I heard you saying Orlando Pirates is a team that plays the most beautiful football, of which I agree with you. But I think where they lack is a striking force. I know that Muhango was involved this time, and he was unlucky, he could not score. I don't know, but maybe the issue of him being benched has affected him. What do you think? What's the problem at Pirates?
Yeah, you know that Mango situation, I think we're all shocked because, he was a top goal scorer last season. And why isn't he your first choice striker this season? From the word go, the coach wasn't playing Mango, So it's something that we're all failing to understand. What's the problem? Or is it an attitude problem maybe that he might have with the coach? Personally, we don't know. But something is wrong there because he was your top goal scorer last season, but now it's like he's an option. So what changed? What's happening? And he played a nice game against Mamelodi Sundowns. Honestly, it was a fighter. Mango doesn't like losing. And you could tell that he wants to go all the way. And he had 2 chances, which it was unfortunate that he couldn't bang them in. He hit the post. But it would be surprising seeing the coach not playing him in the next game, honestly. So these are the chronicles of Orlando Pirates this season. So you have your star players, you play them one game, then the next game you don't play them. We don't know what's the problem, honestly, or what goes on within the coach's mind. But I wouldn't say it sums up their season because they still need to play in the CAF. Also, it will be good for them to go all the way as we are supporting all of our local teams. But personally, in the league, they should just stick it through and just fight within the top 8. If they can qualify for the Champions League, it would be great, But for now, I think in the league side, they can just call it quits at the moment and just focus on the CAF Champions League.
All right. When we go to Europe, what's your take? Who's going to win the Europa Champions League?
Champions League at the moment, for some reason, my instincts, my scorpions are telling me that PSG, I feel I'm so positive about them. I'm so positive about them at the moment. I feel they might go all the way. But, mind you that Real Madrid is also still in the competition. And it's a team that we all very know that when it comes to the Champions League, for them even getting through this stage now, they're in the semifinals. Yeah, it's not a team that you could just brush over. But I personally feel that PSG, when I say I'll stick to a team right now, I'll stick with PSG at the moment that they're going all the way.
And don't you think that Man City can cause upset? I'll tell you why. Guardiola is hungry. He's very hungry. And the other thing that I notice about Guardiola, Guardiola shows to be a brave coach. Guardiola is not afraid to bench people like Sterling. All right. Players are not sure whether they are going to play or not. You'll see Gundogan playing and doing well. The next thing, you see him on the bench. He plays Mahrez. The next time, he doesn't play him. And everybody's coming in is giving his best. Da Silva, that he has made the team to be competitive. And then, and if Guardiola wins this Champions League, I think Guardiola will go down as one of the best coaches in the world currently. We know that Mourinho won the Champions League with what team?
3 different teams. Yes.
Different teams. And then Guardiola, if he wins this one, this will be his second not second Champions League, but the second team that takes Champions League with him after Barcelona. But doesn't sum up his performance as a coach. He has done well because he has, taken Man City as a mediocre team, playing under the shadow of Man United, to be one of the strongest teams, whereby Man United are not even sure they can beat City at some point. So Pep has done well, and I'm sure if Pep can win this Champions League, the chances are Pep might be tempted to go back to Barcelona. He has already said he wants to go back, but he doesn't want to coach the first team. He wants to go to the La Masia, wants to develop players. So I think if he can win this championship, the Champions League, he will think that he has arrived. He has done everything that he needs to do. That's my take. So don't rule out Man City. Man City can surprise people. Man City can take this cup. They're hungry. As much as PSG, they're hungry. Neymar wants to win the Champions League. He doesn't want to retire having not won a Champions League. And I can tell you, should Neymar not win the Champions League, I feel sorry for PSG. Yes, we have heard the news that he's about to sign, and then they say once he signed, they want to announce when they are playing the semi-final or after they've won the semi-final against Man City. But apparently the hierarchy also a little bit worried that yes, he talks about signing, but he hasn't put a pen to paper. So that worries them. I don't know whether Neymar is watching close at what is happening with Messi. All right. So I don't know. And I don't know what to say there. Whether Neymar going to Barcelona would be a good thing. It's good and bad. It's good in the sense that from long time, Messi has identified him as his successor. And then in terms of quality of football, I think he's the appropriate person to really, take the baton from Lionel Messi. And then he has said in his entire life, he has never enjoyed playing with any player rather than Messi. He said he has enjoyed playing with Messi more than anybody else. That was his best teammate. So we don't know what's happening, and the news in Spain that Messi is happy. It looks like he's gonna sign, and some people are saying if he doesn't win the cup later tonight, and then he might, decide that maybe I need to leave. If he doesn't win the cup and the league, some people are saying Messi doesn't need it. It's not about money. It's about the project. And unfortunately, it looks like they won't be able to get Erling Haaland because his demands are too huge. His demands, they scare Barcelona, they scare Real Madrid. We don't know what's going to happen, all right? It looks like Erling Haaland is going to finish the next season with Dortmund because Dortmund are not willing to release him. And apparently, Laporta was saying, as much as I want you to come, it would have been more appropriate if you can stay, then I buy you next year and your price would have reduced. And next year, they are certain that the supporters would be back, they would have made some bit of money. All right. So those are some of the news happening. So never rule out Man City. Pep is hungry. He's really hungry. PSG president is hungry. He wants to prove a point. Remember, this guy was with Pep at Barcelona. Still not happy of the fact that they didn't, renew their sponsorship with him. And Neymar is not about the money. They offer him a mega money, but I don't think that's what he wants. It's a sporting issue for him. He wants to enjoy his football, and he's not happy. Neymar doesn't look happy, although he has said this year he's more happier than many years he has spent there. This year it's much better. He feels like PSG is home. So I don't know. We'll see who's gonna win the Champions League. Man City or PSG. Surprise, we saw PSG knocking out Bayern Munich. I remember I had said Bayern Munich is going to take this cup in the manner they play, and the team they are, But guess what? That never happened. Madrid, I don't know. I'm on the fence when it comes to Madrid. Madrid, they don't have quality players, to be honest. Vinicius, yes, he's quick, but Vinicius and Dembele, they're almost the same. They cannot control the ball. Decision making is wrong. Judgment, but they're lucky sometimes because of their speed and so on. Yeah, and the person who seems to be a quality there, it's Karen Benzema, So I don't know. That's my view. I don't see Madrid going all the way and winning the Champions League. I don't see that. So I don't know what's going to happen to Zinedine Zidane should they lose the league and also the Champions League, I see him walking out of the team, or I see him being shown the door. All right. So that's my take. I don't know what's your take.
No, that's true, Mr. Shabalala. I also don't see Real Madrid going all the way. Yes, they can maybe reach the final. Well, it would be good if they win the Champions League again. If Zidane can win it again, wow, he would also go down in the history books. Actually, you know, honestly, like winning the Champions League 4 times in a space of 6 years, 6, 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, it has never been done before.
That would be incredible.
Oh, even winning it 3 times in a row, it has never been done before.
It
Winning
was
the
done by him.
Yeah, it's only him. So he's already in the history books personally. So it'd be good if they go all the way again. Wow. Only him. You understand? With one team, only him. But yes, Man City also. I feel we shouldn't write it off. Yes, I can go with PSG, but there's one thing Pep Guardiola once said, he doesn't have favorite players. He did say that if you don't perform, whether in training or in a previous game, just know that within the next game, you are on thin ice. There's a huge possibility that you won't even play the game. So it's probably this is what we're seeing with your likes of Raheem Sterling's. Personally, performance-wise at the moment, he's really not on form. Hence why they're even playing the likes of your Phil Fodens. I mean, the youngsters on form.
Doing well.
Yes. Yes, the boy is hungry. The boy is hungry and he's doing great. He's just saved Man City in the Champions League also. So, Pep doesn't really necessarily back players. So, and he's a really hungry coach. I remember telling his Man City players the last time there was a video that was circulating. They were in a room. They were just talking tactics. So he was explaining a story about himself when he was still in Real Madrid. So he said that, when he was still in Barcelona, he said that he killed Spanish football in a space of 4 years. He did a lot within 4 years at Barcelona. He killed Spanish football. He only just needed 4 years and he did what he needed to do and he killed Spanish football. Those were his words, that he killed Spanish football. He was done with it. Now he's moving on. Man City is now killing Premier League teams at the moment. So he's not yet done. He says that he is on a mission and he's not done. Until he's done, then you know that he has killed Premier League football. So a coach like that clearly says a lot. He's really on a mission. That's a man on a mission, personally. So, and he's got the players that can do that for him. So, I think these semifinals will be very interesting. Personally, it'll be very, very interesting.
Pep once said the only player he doesn't tell what to do is Lionel Messi. They asked him, he said, Lionel Messi, they said, what position is he playing? They said, who's your best number 2? He said, Lionel Messi. Who's your best? He said, Lionel Messi. Who's your best midfielder? Lionel Messi. Who's your best number 7? Lionel Messi. Who's your best number 9? Lionel Messi. That's the answer that he always gives. He said, it's only Messi. He said, you can't tell that guy anything. You don't tell him anything. Pep is the only guy who understood Messi. Pep and Laporta, those two, that is why the combination of Laporta and Pep was a success. These other coaches, when you start interfering with Messi, you cause problems. Let's move to the usual, the Messi special. Unless you have something to share with us. I know that it has been giving us problem these days, but we'll try to see whether we can get. Do you have something to share?
No. Personally, I don't have anything to share. But all I can say is, just summing up everything that we.
What happened? Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
I was trying to share and then.
Yes.
Okay, sharing and then let's see. Okay, I'm listening to you. You want to say something? I want to show you something very interesting.
Yes. Can you hear me, Mr. Shabalala?
I can hear you quite clearly.
Yes. Yes, I just wanted to say, just to summarize everything that we just said, during this show, I just hope that the likes of Orlando Pirates can really, get back up, and start getting a wake-up call. Honestly, they really need to get a wake-up call. And our Kaizer Chiefs also, they really need to get a wake-up call because they've got a quarterfinal that they need to play. Both of these Orlando Soweto teams. So they really need to raise the bar high in Africa for us. As you already know, Mamelodi Sundowns also, well, they already have the momentum. So with them, they just need to carry it through also within the CAF also. So yeah, but good luck to all of our three teams, our all three teams, South African based teams in the quarterfinal games.
And I'm confident that Chiefs and Pirates they'll come back. You know as much as I know that at some point we were saying Man United is out and it's down and out, but look what is happening. So anything can happen. So you cannot rule them out. And then I've shared some news of Lionel Messi. The guy is not only the best footballer, the humility part of it. And they say Man United in their academy, in the dressing room, they have put a photo of Lionel Messi, cleaning his own soccer boot, just to encourage these players that the guy is so humble. He doesn't say, I'm Lionel Messi. Somebody has to clean my soccer boot. As you can see there, apparently he's hanging there so that the young players can understand that it's important to be humble. And then to show that the man is so humble, look at the fact that all the time when they ask him, who's the best player? You talk to Pele, Pele will say, I'm the best player. We're talking to Maradona, the same answer would get. Ronaldo does not mix his words, saying the same thing. Messi would say, I know what I can do, but I don't like talking about myself. I prefer to talk about the collective. I prefer to talk about myself and my teammates. And if people want to individualize my performance, they must talk. That's their space. It's not me. That's not my space. That's Lionel Messi. Very humble gentleman. He's a gentle giant, a gentle giant of football. Now, another thing that I want to show is this one. The all-time top goal scorer of the El Clasico. Look at it. 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 You have what you call. You have Lionel Messi leading with what you call 26 goals. And Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, we need to be fair to him. He's not playing in Spain anymore. Cristiano Ronaldo with 18 goals. And then we also have Di Stefano with 18 goals. We are talking about the El Clasico. And then we also have, you still remember Raul Gonzalez?
Yes.
He's there with 15 goals. Yeah, man, Lionel Messi is a giant. He's a giant. Whether you like it or not, the man is great. We need to start acknowledging that. The other thing that I want to show you is the richest team as per 2020. All right? The richest team as per 2020. Can you see that?
Yes.
Barcelona, 2020, they were the richest team with 715 euro, 715.1 million euro, and Real Madrid were following with 714.9 million euro, and Bayern Munich 834.1 million. And remember, they had just won the Champions League not long Man United at some stage was the richest team in the world, 580.4 million. And then Liverpool at number 5, 558.6 million. So those are the information about the richest team in Europe. So those are the Messi special this Saturday. So I don't know whether you want to comment before we say goodbye to our viewers.
No, Mr. Shabalala, it's proof. And I mean, week in, week out, when we talk about Messi, we're just learning more, and there's greater things that we're learning from him, you know, and all the milestones that he has reached. So this man is definitely leaving a huge legacy behind him. So we're really honored. And I can say, you know, personally, you know, this is someone that I can say that I've lived to see in person, you know, playing. You know, when Barcelona came here the last time playing against Mamelodi Sundowns, I was very honored to watch Lionel Messi play at the FNP Stadium, you know. So seeing my idol play personally also, you know, for him just playing those 15 minutes really meant a lot, you know. But you could see that's, you know, like class is just permanent, you know. So yeah, I mean, these are some of the things that, you know, I would actually take with and I certainly acknowledge, you know. I don't just see his stats on TV or seeing him do what he does on TV, but I saw him personally play. So, you know, seeing such a player, it's truly an honor. And he's leaving a very big legacy behind him.
You know, on top of that, he has played 26 finals and won 24 of them. That's Lionel Messi. Copa del Rey, he has played 10. No. Tonight he'll be playing the 10th one.
10th, yes.
But he has already won 9 of them. That's Lionel Messi. This guy is a genius. You know, you can say whatever that you say. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah, true.
All right, Lasbon. Thank you, man. We really appreciate for you coming in, and then appreciate your insight. And Twentle and Fraser will talk on the platform. I thank you. Bye.
Bye.